We're here today at Carl and Janie Zimmerman's waterfowl farm. I don't remember what the name of it.
Zimm's
Waterfowl. And we're going to take a look around. And, it's a pretty unique setup. It's a nice big pond, and there's a lot of birds out here. Jones, and I saw some paradise shellducks down here, and there's ruddy shellducks. You have a lot of aggression down here on the
they fight, you know, and then whoever wins, they get to pick where they go, and the other one goes to the other side of the pond. But, you know, the commas, they don't ever bother me. Magellans fight a little bit, then they pick out a whole section. Nenes, most of them nest over on this side, away from the other one.
They started nesting?
Huh?
They started
Not
nesting?
yet.
Yeah. We've had them lay down in North Carolina as early as August.
Really?
And they continue right on through till April or May. But they're a funny bird too, because they don't seem to be long-lived in captivity. They're just they're probably from inbreeding.
I'm sure they're all inbred.
So what do you get for wild birds that fly in here?
Well, there could be some out there right now. I don't know.
Shovelers? Shovelers?
Every now and then shovelers. Blue-winged teal.
Redheads?
Hooded mergansers. I've had a redhead come in, gadwall, you know, but they eventually leave.
Tree ducks? You had tree ducks up here?
I've got some black bellies that flew in here.
They stay, or they just?
Well, no, most of them left. I've got a couple out there that still fly. There's one back there hiding behind that box. But everything seems to get along pretty good.
So do any birds raise their ducklings out on this pond?
Yeah, when I can't find the nest. All of a sudden there'll be 6 or 7 out there, you know, and you can't hardly catch them. They just dive.
You can't catch them with that
little boat ain't strong enough.
And then you got swans they'll chase you around.
Yeah.
Do you got any regulations on swans down here for keeping swans yet, or not?
Not yet. See, I started so long ago before they ever have all these other regulations, so I don't really know what the new ones are.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers me about it.
A lot of states are, making it illegal to keep mute swans because they're invasive.
Yeah, Kentucky's that way.
Yeah. How many red-crested poachers you got out there?
3 pair. I had lost one female. I added an extra female to pair them up. But hanging with them.
They don't seem like they're as prolific as they were like 25, 30 years ago. They seemed like they always just produce no matter what. Now they.
Yeah, I didn't do that good this time, but usually I raise about 40.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's more than I need, really.
And how about the paradise shellducks? How do they do out here?
I used to have some good ones in it. I raised quite a few off, and now I got 2 pair. One male limps, and I don't think he's any good. They laid him fertile eggs last year, so I had a coon come in somehow, jumped off a tree, got in here, and killed everything that was sitting on the nest, like 10 different species. And then you'd hide during the days, up in a tree, I guess.
Oh, so he was in here.
So I didn't. Yeah, he just stayed in here. He couldn't get out because he'd get electrocuted every time. He tried to get out, probably, Anyway, that's when I lost my good paradise.
Did you ever have mink or anything like that?
Long time.
Otter.
I had an otter in here. A beaver came in here. right down there in that
Oh,
corner.
beaver didn't eat anything, did he?
Yeah, they started eating on my cypress tree.
Who cares about
And
that?
then there he was, just swimming around, and I thought, man.
So the otter, that's probably worse
Well,
than me.
the otter, we went on vacation.
Take all your
came
fish
back.
out and then,
No, he was laying on one of them floats on his back, eating a duck. There was all kind of duck parts laying up there where he was. I got in. Right here, the otter wanted some dinner. So I made this and put that there. And then it floods and I have to get that up so the rest can go through.
Yeah, this whole bottom floods when we have a big rain.
First, I didn't want my ducks to get out and crawl through there, so I had to put this flap on there. The wooden flap,
yeah.
the water goes through and it just goes right through and then it flaps back down when the water quits. So that's how I solved all that.
You ever had to get in here and dredge this? Have you ever dredged that?
No, it's
How
it's
deep
filling
is
up
that?
fast, man.
So that's all you've ever had come through here is the beaver and the otter?
That's right. I had a muskrat try to get in, but it didn't get very far. It got stuck in there and then
Couldn't get through the
electrified
flap.
itself. It was hard getting out of there too. By the time I saw it.
And no, you don't have any streams around here?
What do
Is
you
there,
mean?
is there any like streams?
No.
It's all run
So that's
off.
why you're not having,
It's all runoff.
that's why you don't have mink falling up here too often.
Well, where the water goes out there on the other end, okay, there's a little stream goes that way. It's just from the water coming from here,
Uh-huh.
okay? And it runs all down to Maurice's great big pond that's way back that you couldn't see.
Mhm.
That's where this water goes.
And eventually to the river. There's
Yeah,
a river.
to the
way
Obion
over.
River,
Uh,
eventually.
but you just don't have a lot of mink in this area, or you just,
Well, I've had two. That was enough. They killed like 60 ducks.
yeah.
They just
and-
kept killing and stuffing them in my cinder blocks I had piled up.
Yeah, I've had that back when I was living at my mother's there as a kid. I
Yeah.
have like 60 birds a year taken by mink, and
Yeah.
I remember I had this one mink that I set a leg hole trap. I took his leg off, and this is middle of summer, so I'm like, yeah, it's nice and warm. He's ended up, going off somewhere,
Yeah.
crawling off and dying. Then I started getting some more birds missing in the wintertime. Like, I tried to put some
Right.
traps out. You don't always get them. And then come summertime, I'm having problems again with mink. I ended up putting some conibears out this time, and I caught him. It was a mink,
Yeah.
a three-legged mink. He was killing birds. He had 3 legs.
Wow. Jowls too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's
you know, and like something like this, if I had owls here, I think I would run a pole out in the center and run some electric wire out there. That way, anytime they land on the pole, they
Get shot.
they get shot.
Go up.
I'm not saying like 120 or something like
Yeah,
that.
right.
I'm saying just some regular. This is all nice and this is clear and open. If you had a pole out there that's
Yeah.
15 feet high,
So they can see everything.
yeah, they're gonna land on that pole. And if you have, you'd have to have like a ground wire on it, and this one, but you have to use that. You don't want to run that wire, from your electric
Yeah.
fence all the way out there. You want to probably put it down in the water, but they have underground fence wire made of aluminum.
Right.
We should
So-
turn our fountain on
So
since
you
you're
could run it
doing
there.
video.
Yeah, let me go do that.
So do you have anything like fishers or anything like that down here? Or
Hey, what?
fishers?
No.
We don't need anything.
So
else.
it's just weasels?
We have bobcats. We've had quite a few bobcats.
So the
but
bobcats
the
get in?
bobcats
Not
don't.
in here.
They don't.
No.
No.
Really, they hit the fence? Or, I mean, it seems like they would just leap over the fence.
They probably can, but they probably going to go first.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Do you remember Bo McLean in North Carolina? No, I've heard of him. He had bobcats getting in, killing, but,
Yeah.
he had electric fence and stuff, and I don't know if they were getting up in trees or what they were doing.
Right.
So some people have, and some of these guys down in Texas have a lot of problems with bobcats. We have them up in Newton Grove, North Carolina. There's quite a number of bobcats up there. I don't think cats aren't the type of animal where they're going to rip a hole in netting or dig anything.
Yeah.
So if you have an electric fence around it and netted, I think you're pretty much golden with the bobcats. No bears here?
No bears, no. No bears, no.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
see, I've got these lights. See that big pole right there?
Yep.
See, that's that flashing light. I got one there. Got one over there.
That's those little predator guard red lights that
That's
blank.
right. And they seem to work. What's that flower there? Wood duck.
Yeah, wood duck.
Hey, turn the electric fence back on too. It's on.